All right, here we go. All right, so my album is out today. This is the third and final live stream that I'm doing. Hopefully, the first two I did were the first live streams that I've ever done before, and I'm still trying to figure out how a lot of this stuff works. There were audio issues on both. The first one was peaking, it was too loud, the second one was too quiet. I'm hoping today it will be just right. Yeah, my album came out today. Thank you to those who've listened to it already. I've had some nice messages. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play every song from the album. I'm going to talk a little bit about what the song is about and how it came to be, just a little bit. And then I'm going to play it. And then we're all just going to go on with our lives. So, the first song is called The Game Show Host Told Me That He Loved Me. There is also a video to that song. It's quite simple. It's a little weird. I've just realized that I've been looking at myself the whole time and not at you. I think if I get myself off the screen, okay. The video I made is a little weird. But I'm happy with it. It's pretty cool, I think. It suits the song well. The song is about, well, what's it about? It's about how people will lie to you in order to get what they want, and how that can be appealing, and how that can be those lies can be appealing because they are the thing that you need to hear in that moment. And that's what the idea of a game show host is a metaphor for. So here we are. Let's get on with it. This is the first song off my new album. It's called The Game Show Host Told Me That He Loved Me. A new game show. A new game show. Play above the window of a busy train. Flashing neon lights, fabulous prize. And the host had oh such kind eyes. He said, son, all of this could be yours, so what the hell are you waiting for? There are prizes abound, so get dressed up and come on down. He says, son, you're a streak of sunshine in a monochrome crowd, and you're gonna be the talk of the town, so stand up straight and make your mother proud. So I withdrew all the money I had, and I put on my funeral suit. Still a little bit big in some places, but it would have to do. And I stood beneath the bright lights, and I rolled the devil's dice. And suddenly I saw something different in the game show host's eyes. And suddenly I saw something different in the game show host's eyes. Alright, so that's the first track off the album. I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. I talked a lot about the making of the album in the last live stream, so if you want to know a little bit more about the making of it, you could go there. But otherwise, I'm just gonna pretty much run right through these today. The reason being that really what I want this to be is I might not even leave this up afterwards. I want this to be a kind of I want to release these songs individually as sort of live performances. So that's neither here nor there. So the second song on the album is called "I Awoke and Found Myself Here." Um, it's a bit of a tricky one to pin down. I guess it's about a sort of rehab. It's a little bit inspired by a scene in Spirited Away, where she sort of wakes up in the bathhouse. And I guess it's about when you've had a bit of a hard time, and you end up in a place that you needed to end up in order to spend some time on yourself or something like that. Um, it's a little weirder than that. This one's actually quite high concept. But there we go. So I'm going to play that now for you. Here we go. It's called... Oh, and the title is a reference to a James Tiptree Jr. short story. All right, here we go. It's hard enough to sleep on you midnights like these ones, without these scores of strangers breathing in my ear. I get up before the sunrise and tiptoe past their closed eyes, and I slide open the door without making a sound. The insects outside the shoji are my only company. Down the stairs I climb for the first time yesterday, and I would leave these things behind me, but I'm scared that they might well be the moments that define me and who I become. At a point on the horizon, on a date yet to be made, I watched a pair of blackbirds dance across your grave. And then it hit me like fatigue at the kitchen board. I remember your wisdom, but I've forgotten your voice. So I walk the Erasmus Bridge a while. I enjoy the rain and I smile, 'cause there are mornings just like this one still to come. La 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 la, hey, hey, ha ha. There are mornings just like this one still to come. I have a feeling my audio is still a little loud. It's a tricky business, these audio levels, getting them like loud enough so you don't feel like, oh, this video is abnormally quiet, but then it not peaking, and then you do a test, but sometimes you sing louder when it's live. I don't know. I keep looking over there because that's where all the details are, and I'm sort of monitoring it, but I know I need to be sort of direct here. All right, well, let's move to the next song then. The next song is called The Ghosts of the Old Lion Theatre. This is a song about a group of ghosts that used to be actors living in an old theatre on the surface, but it's also about regret. It's like kind of a metaphor for regret. And it's about how, even though maybe you did some bad things in the past and you regret them, it's about how sometimes those things, those times in your life have positive sides as well. a lot these days, it's like we talk about people's past, and if they did bad things in their past, or if you did bad things in your past, then you should be ashamed and you should forget all of that. But I think there's more nuance to it than that. I think, sometimes the bad choices that you make end up leading to positive things, and that's a harder pill to swallow. So that's what this song's about. It's called Ghosts of the Old Lion Theatre. It goes like this. The Old Lion Theatre on Kensington Road, dressing room 3. That's where you waited for me. Tensions were high and I raised my voice and we had a row. I'm so ashamed of that now. But that night I drank up all the applause and I smiled wide at the stage door. 'Cause I am an actor, and it's my job to perform. So buy a ticket for the show and stand in line. I'm gonna give you all that I have one last time, so you can laugh like children and whoop like dogs, and you can jump up out of your seat when it's all done. Oh, weren't we the lucky ones? Holes in the velvet, cracks in the windows, boards on the door, and not a soul here for 20 years or maybe more. Someday soon these crumbling beams will break. The old lion will whimper and fall down beneath their own weight. But before we are through, we've got one more show to do. When we were actors, we gave our lives to you. So buy a ticket for the show and stand in line. I'm gonna give you all that I have one last time, so you can laugh like children and whoop like dogs, and you can jump up out of your seat when it's all done. Oh, weren't we the lucky ones? All right. So the thing is, that's a really. Oh, I see that there's, I think, somebody else watching this stream. Please say something in the chat or the comments if you are. It seems like there is. All right. So that song um, is really hard to perform. The way I wrote it, I wanted it to sound like a bit musical theatre. And the way I recorded the entire album was, I talked about this yesterday, was it was all about like the performance at the time, and then I did like 10 versions of the song, and then I just picked the best performance. And that one especially is was just is really difficult to like recapture the performance that I gave on the album version, I think. So every time I play it, I'm really dissatisfied with the outcome. Um, but yeah, that's that song. That's what that's about. Oh, it's bloody Dale. It's bloody Dale. Hi, Ether. Hi, Dale. I didn't mean to sound so disappointed. I was just excited to that I'm not uh, performing to myself. Now that you're here, I can ask you though: is the is the Ether says play Wonderwall? Um, is the audio okay? Am I peaking or am I ridiculously quiet? Because they're the two issues I've been having on all of the streams I've been doing. Um, my levels seem okay, but I never realize until. Sounds good. All right, great. Love it. Okay, well, I'm just gonna just pretend that you're not here because it's a little off-putting. Um, all right, what's the next one? So we've done the first three songs off the album. The next one is called Sunny the Camberwell Beauty. This is about a girl who knows a lot about like massacres and mass genocide. Um, and so she uses that as a crutch in conversation because she feels quite insecure about her ability to communicate with people. It's a bit of a weird song, but there we go. Woke up past one today, thought of something new to say to the people that look at me like I've got two heads. You know, in Yangzhou 1645, 800,000 people lost their lives at the hands of the conquering Prince Dodo. And I understand that, I understand. The power structures are fragile, and steel left untempered will run feeble. Oh yeah, I understand that, but I don't understand you people. Talked too long at dinner yesterday. Their attention ebbed and flowed and then went away. I replay the whole thing on the train the next morning, and that's 12 stops across two main lines. An old man undresses me with his sunken eyes. Every now and then a bunch of people die, and I know why. 'Cause I understand that, I understand. To live safe is to forego liberty, and you have to try and look after your own ends. Oh yeah, I understand that, but I don't understand my friends. So that is that one. Um, I tell you what I am gonna do because I did it on the last two streams, but I don't know if you saw. But I started playing. I haven't played it in a long, long time, but I started playing Nuts and Bolts again. Um, so it's kind of fresh in my head. So I'm gonna do a version of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. He knocked on her door and she let him in, despite what they'd been through, and he smiled, a smile he used to smile back before she broke in his heart in the cold. That night in the rain, she kissed his forehead, said she could never see him again. They couldn't even be friends because she'd found someone else on the street, and he could not compete with his rock solid pecs and his bulging biceps. And he sighed and thought about it for a while, and he said, but I can love you, and he is a pig, and he wants to fuck you, and I just wanna kiss, I just wanna kiss off the woman I love is all I want. I want it in the morning, want it in a song. I want it on the walls, want it on TV. I want a happy ending for you and me. 5, 6, 7, 8. She says it's too late. She says she's moved on. She says I should do the same. She says I shouldn't have came. And I tell her that I'm in so much pain. Now she's gone, so she has to be wrong. She's gone for a man that can never understand those looks that you give. And he doesn't know that you want kids. When you're 27, your favorite number's 11. You like to stand out in the rain. You like playing video games. And he doesn't know the name of your first love is all I want. I want it in the morning, want it in a song. I want it on the walls, want it on TV. I want a happy ending for you and me. Love is all I want. I want it in the morning, want it in a song. I want it on the walls, I want it on TV. I want a happy ending for you and me. Love is all I want. So there we are. Let's see, I actually fucked it up the last 2 times I played it, but I did it okay then. It's so funny playing that song now, and the genesis of it and everything. It's become a bit of a running thing. Alright, what time is it? It's 5:05. So, alright, this next song, I'm really not looking forward to playing it. It's called The Trial. It's really long. It's unnecessarily long. It's like 7-8 minutes long, I think. And there are so many words in it, and I forget them every time. And in the recorded version, I even sing the wrong words in it, and I just kept them because I just liked that performance of it, and whatever. It's super long. I guess it's about a dude looking back on his life, and yeah, I guess that's what it's about. And then it's also about sort of like self punishment, I guess. Not punishment. I don't know. I'm a little flustered now. Okay, this is called The Trial. I'm gonna fuck it up. Beneath the cloak of morning, I fucked it up already. Beneath the cloak of morning, under the veil of spring, I see my fears realized in visions of the coming years. On a summer's night in Camberwell, a pair of teenagers saw from drunken tumbles on a stranger's lawn. Stop looking run backwards and seize the day. I scribble across a notebook page in 2008 these simple fragments that I have stored, now washed upon the surface of my stony shore. And then I wake up and I find myself here, and I swear to God that I will change my ways if I can make it through this year. Beneath the cloak of morning, one afternoon in May, I see a vision of the children I thought I would have one day. You won't know anything until you learn the stuff of you. Yeah, well, you're no better off than me, old man, so the joke's on you. I see birthdays, and I see school plays, and I see cubby holes and gods of smoke and family holidays. Daddy, I hear a monster, it's under my bed. Don't dare to breathe, don't make a sound, or we'll both end up dead. And then I wake up and I find myself here, and I swear to God that I will change my ways if I can make it through this year. Beneath the cloak of morning, on an autumn walk, the mangled trees twist into life and they start to talk. At the end of things, in the wake of ash and dust, oh, won't you tell me, little mortal man, what will you be remembered for? I see my reflection in the same lake that Heraclitus saw. You know, I thought I'd been down this road already, but now I'm not sure. Pale, clouded yellow, the surface is an ugly curtain. I thought I once had all the answers, but I've never been less certain. And then I wake up and I find myself here, and I swear to God that I will change my ways if I can make it through this year. This year. Beneath the cloak of morning, on a winter's night, the glowing edges of the television have me hypnotized. I thought I saw an angel in a pencil skirt. She had fangs and bright red lips and a bob of orange hair. She said, "You're a strange one, but you're kinda cute. You know, I might settle down to earth one day, but it will never be with you. Tonight I'll stay, and you can hold me in your arms, and you can whisper in my ear but by morning I'll be gone. And then I wake up and I find myself here, and I swear to God that I will change my ways if I can make it through this year. This year. Alright. Not so bad. Fucked up the chords, but words are alright. Right. Alright. Dale, I am aware that we've got a stream starting shortly. I'm nearly finished. I've got 3 left. What's next? The next song is... Oh, yeah. It's called... What's it called? Oh, it's called The Woman Who Got Back Up Again. This is... I spent some time working in a care home, and I got to know the wife of a dude that who used to be an actor, and he got dementia, and she was fine, and she used to come and visit him. And one of the things she used to say was this guy was a bit of like a bit of a socialite, and she said he never really, towards the end of the time that they were married and they lived together, he was partying all the time, and she never felt like he had a lot of time for her. And she said, I had a conversation with her one time, and she says she feels some guilt now because when he got dementia, she kind of started to, part of her was happy because all of a sudden she was the most important thing in his life, and he had so much more time for her. So she was sad on the one hand, and on the other hand, when she came to visit him, his face would just like light up. And then also she just had more time for herself, and so she said, as sad as it was, there were a lot of positive things, and that made her feel some guilt. That's what this song is about. Yeah, it's called The Woman Who Got Back Up Again. I never knew you the way I really wanted to. On Esher High Street, the day they took you away, I remembered something you said. At a party you threw for your friends that went on till past 3, you said to me, we are old, only if we allow ourselves to be old. So don't allow it. And now, my darling, help has come at last. And not a moment too soon. I'll leave pictures of your family and friends on your bedside table, letters and cards, and a vase of saffron in bloom. That's the best that I can do. I never knew you, and now I'm never going to. All right. No, we don't. We're streaming at 8 p.m. All right, cool. All right, great. So, 2 songs left. The next song is the title song of the album. It's called Portrait of a Boy in a Red Cap. I think it's probably the best song on the album, to be honest. I got this artwork commissioned and I just loved it, and this was the last song I wrote, and I wrote it because I liked this artwork, and I just liked the title. So yes, the album originally was not called this, so the name came from the artwork, which I got commissioned because whatever. Right, so this is the penultimate song on the album. It's called Portrait of a Boy in a Red Cap. Okay. Beneath the bright sycamore lights, there sits a boy in a red cap, conscientious and gay, captured forever in pain. But oh no, the surface is cracked. I look beneath those red and blue Velcro shoes. You might find an insect or two, writhing and thriving and working for free for the good of the colony. Welcome to our colony. Oh God, save our queen. In solitudinous prayer, his hands are clasped, but his fingernails are painted black. 2 red stones glow silently in the sockets where his eyes should be, and a lamb lies prone on his lap. And on his fingers the rings of 10 high kings are dim beneath the shadow of his corvine wings. Tattered and spines stitched into his sides, crawling with all kinds of life. Welcome to our colony. Oh God, save our queen, our queen, our queen. All right. So, there is one more song. It's the final song on the album. It is called Going Through the Gates into the City, and it's about a cowboy who has to accept that civilization is coming. It's gonna catch up to him, and he's gonna lose his way of life, and it's about him coming to terms with that. So that's it. Like I said, album is available now. So please check it out. It is available on every service where music streams. I hope you enjoyed this stream, whether you're watching it now or later. And here it is. I'm just realizing I haven't played this song in a long time, so let's hope I remember it. When you can't have what you choose, you just choose what you have. Said a man in high-heeled riding boots, making footprints in the sand. You know, I've seen men who battle industry and men who battle law, broken by their failures and battling no more. I've seen the fence outside the schoolyard, I know what that represents. I've seen justice freely given by self-governing men. But in time we all must learn to leave the things we've loved behind. In time we all must kneel before this vast encroaching tide, so you can reach inside my chest and rip my beating heart right out. But I'm going through the gates into the city now. Behold the railroad, behold the gentleman, behold the metal arm of industry extending. Behold the lady, behold her floral dress, behold the books of decorum and new politenesses. I have passed into the pages of the academic's history. I have fallen into the inkwell of the romantic's poetry. So when the ashes from the campfire are swept up by the storm, I will kneel and surrender to the coming of this dawn, so you can reach inside my chest and rip my beating heart right out. But I'm going through the gates into the city now. Let the starting pistol ring, let the best man win. Let he who pulls his bootstraps tall be free from damnation. Let the farmhand loose, let the old gods die. Let the road pass through the township, let the skyscrapers rise. I have seen the face of freedom, for better and for worse. I have marched to my own rhythm, to the rattle of the snare. But in time we all must learn to leave the things we've left behind. In time we all must kneel before this vast encroaching tide, so you can reach inside my chest and rip my beating heart right out. But I'm going through the gates into the city, and I'm going right now. All right. That wasn't too bad. There were only a few mistakes in that whole thing, however long this has been. So, thank you for watching this video and this stream. Please go and listen to my new album, and I will stop bothering you on my various social medias about it now. See you later. Thank you. Goodbye.